Okay, this is a Tanzanian top bar hive, and Tanzanian top bar hives are characterized by having vertical size as opposed to the Kenya top bar hive where it has the shape of a trapezoid, the slope sides. The slope sides do deter the bees from building comb and attaching it to the sides of the hive, which can be a problem with this. But I've solved that by, if I want, quote, natural comb, I have a little starter strip up here, and then I've used the end bars from a frame so the bees will hook it to the end bars. If at some point I wanted to switch to all these frames, I would probably put some wire in here to help with extracting. But the nice thing about the Tanzanian top bar hive is it makes the transition to Langstroth style equipment very easy. If you look on the inside here, you can see I use a standard Langstroth style feeder, and I have a insulated follower board that fits snug, and I made it snug by just adding, and that fits too snug, there we go, by just adding a piece of 3/8 of an inch material on the ends here, put another 3/8 on both sides, and that made it fit snug in the box. And I started this out, these two light colored frames here are foundation, and then I started out with 3 drawn combs. This was what I call a rogue queen. She, both queens that were in the package were dead, so I suspected there might be a queen someplace in here. We can take a quick look. They've drank about half their sugar syrup, so that's 2 quarts in 3 days. And they've just started to nibble on the pollen patty here. Well, here's one of my regular top bars. You could have these top bars all the way across, and they too have a starter strip. And so the bees will build a natural catenary comb down like that. But they'll most likely adhere it to the side of the box. So I'm going to slide a couple of these frames. Now, one thing I did do, and I can, if my cameraman can lean down in here, you see this piece of wire going across there. Because this was not exactly parallel, I put a piece of wire in there and I just twisted the wire. I put a standard Langstroth box on top, and I twisted the wire so that it would bring in the sides so it matched the Langstroth box exactly and gives me a little bit of support. These are not something you move. I've got 2 handles on either end so I can carry it with somebody. And I've also got some vents. I just went down to Home Depot, got some soffit vents, drilled the appropriate size hole and put the soffit vents in there. But let's take a look and see if we can't see any evidence of a laying queen. I'm going to slide this frame feeder out a little bit. And I probably should have my smoker lit here, but this sees the day. Boy, this is heavy with sugar syrup here. So there's probably not any larva on that. Let's take a piece of bare foundation here, slide that out. I mean, I really haven't started drawing this out on this side, and not really on that side. I'm hoping there's an unmarked queen in there. I haven't seen any evidence of a queen. Perhaps on this next frame. I'm going to leave this out for a little bit here. Oh man, they really filled up these. There's the queen. See her in the lower left-hand corner? She's unmarked, dark, Russian queen. So I know I have a queen in here, and of course I don't have my queen marking pen with me, so I'm just going to put her back in there. I'm satisfied there was a queen in with the packaged bees, and that's all the further I'm going to go. Since I don't have my smoker lit and stuff, I'm not going to look for eggs or anything like that. And it's right at the borderline temperature for looking at bees. Okay, girls, everybody out of the way. Here comes your pollen patty. Now, I designed this, it was supposed to be 30 frames long, ended up 33. Why? I guess I measured on the wrong side of the tape or something. But for anyone interested in top bar hives, this is really what I suggest doing. Everybody I know that started out with a top bar hive has eventually shifted to Langstroth hives because they are so much easier to manipulate. But this has the advantages of the top bar hive. Notice I don't have to lift anything. If I want to inspect a comb or something, I can draw it out just by lifting it up like this, and it holds 30 frames, which should hold all of the brood and the honey for the season. It's also designed so I can put a regular box on top of it. If I want to put a shallow or medium super for honey production, I can put a queen excluder on there and then have a box, and my insulated inner covers, all of my migratory covers, everything fit on here just right. Come on, girls, you get squished if you're there. So this is what the old beekeeper recommends for somebody interested in top bar hive. It's made from a piece of 1x12. You got to get 1x12 because it's, and rip a little piece off. And then I've got a couple 2x2s to beef it up. This is a simple lap joint here with my saw, and then I used an 1.125" entrance hole and nailed a little piece of 2x2 on there. So I've got it secured to the, wow, that's bright, secured to my rail here on the porch, and everything should be hunky-dory.